am gonna get ready. I want to try to do these get ready with me videos maybe once a week because I want to try to incorporate makeup videos a little bit more often than I have been. I'm going to start off with my favorite primer. This is the Smashbox Photo Finish Primer, and I use this as a base and also a setting spray, and I love it so much. Whew. It's Friday. It's the last day of the kiddo school, and I'm so excited. It's gonna be nice to sleep until whatever time they let me, you know. For foundation, I'm gonna be using the Fresh Water Wear from L'Oreal. I love this foundation. It's so awesome. Last week I used the Maybelline Fit Me, and I find that this one wears a lot longer for me than that one does, although the finish of both of them is pretty awesome. I am running out of this one though, so it's kind of spitting it out. And I have the shade, what shade do I have? I think it's shade 500. I like applying thinner layers. I feel like they wear better when I apply it this way than immediately going in heavy. So I like applying a thin layer of foundation and then going in with concealer wherever I feel I need a little bit more coverage, plus a little bit of highlighting under the eyes. I love this foundation. It works so nicely and it gives the skin such a beautiful glow. Oh my God, really? ¿Dónde está la cosa esta? Aquí. Let's see how long I have to do this for before the product comes out. I have the shade 142 Golden. That's a nice shade. And because it is just a little bit lighter than my foundation, I'm going to use it as a highlight too. The consistency of this is creamy, but it's not, it doesn't feel thick. So that's really nice. You know what? Let me see if I can lower this light a little bit. It looks very bright. Better? A little bit more? Oh yeah. And I'm tapping it in place because I don't want to rub it around, just because I want to get as much coverage as I can from this product. And apply it in this area. So this area here is starting to sink in on my face, you know, because that's just aging for you. So it helps to add a little bit of a lighter product, like a concealer, to make it look a little bit more plump, because it brings it forward. Okay, coverage. I don't feel like it covers up too much, but it also doesn't look heavy, which is nice. But if you suffer from severe dark circles, this may not be the only product you can stick to. You probably need to go in with a corrector or more of a full coverage concealer, just because I feel like this is more of a light coverage concealer. For the under eyes, I'm going to use the Cody Airspun translucent powder. Oh my God, this is so messy. I'm going to pick it up with this little duo fiber because I don't want to add too much of that. And I'm also going to apply this to my T-zone. Every time I pull this, I have to remind myself that this has fragrance, which I don't like. Do you see that? Oh, that's messy. For the rest of the face, I am going to go in with the Maybelline. This is the Fit Me powder. And I'm gonna pick up a little bit of what's in here and then put it on the cap and really work it into the brush. Oh man, I wanted to use a cream highlight. Forgot about that. Okay. The only reason why I didn't use this under my eyes is because it does have some color to it. So I don't want to take away from the highlight under the eye area. For bronzer, I'm going to use one of my favorites. This is from NYX. It's the matte bronzer, and I have the shade Deep Tan. I love this. This is beautiful. And then let me get my favorite bronzer brush, if I can find it in here somewhere, which is the one from e.l.f. This has been my favorite bronzer brush for ages now. It tops my MAC, the really large face powder brush, which I use for bronzer, and I much prefer this one. It's just so nice. I love it. I've tried buying multiple of these brushes, but they don't make them all the same. The cuts are off. So this is the brush that I baby. The handle has fallen apart, like it's removed from the ferrule, and I've had to glue it back in because I love it that much. Try to get it in this area. This is a very warm warm bronzer. It's so nice. I'll just pick up a little bit for the sides of the nose. I was gonna use a blush from NYX, but I think I want to use these from e.l.f. because I haven't used them in a really long time. And they're really pretty, so let's give them a try. I think I'm gonna use the same brush I used for my bronzer. And I think I'm gonna pick up some of these, maybe this one right here. Just bring it up here. Really concentrate that on the apples of my cheeks. I'm also dipping into the little pink one right next to it. That's really pretty. And to top over that, I'm going to use Soft Sable from CoverGirl. This is part of their cheekers. This is also a blush, but it has quite a bit of glow to it. So instead of adding highlight today, I think I'm just going to go with this one right over top of it because it adds a really, look at that. Such a nice glow, and just putting that over the apples of my cheeks. So you won't see the color too much, but you will see the sheen a little bit, which is so nice. Just bring my blush a little higher today. For the brows, I'm using the ABH Brow Wiz in Chocolate. I found it when I was unloading my makeup from storage, and I couldn't remember what I felt about it, so I thought I'd use it because it still has some product in it, so might as well work through this guy and finish it out. You know what it was I think I didn't like is that I found that I was losing brow hairs with this. My brows were becoming a little bit more sparse the more I use this. I have to fill in this area because I have no hair from here out. All of this is no hair, so I should dip into my dip brow, but I'm too lazy to reach for another product. To seal all of that in, I am going to use the Great Lash from Maybelline. I do have to remove a lot. I mean, almost everything off of the brush. Otherwise, it applies too much of the gel. And this is a clear mascara, by the way. It's not a brow gel. I like using it on my brows too, though. But I prefer the NYX Control Freak. I'm gonna go in with this eyeshadow base or the color tattoo from Maybelline in Urbanite. When I use this on camera, I've been using it when I wear a little bit more shadow, and I like it. And I'm applying it with this, it's a paintbrush from like Michael's. I like it because it's very thin and flat. And if I ever go in with a colored shadow or pigment, I love using this one because it allows me to have a little bit more control. I had a topic in mind when, you know, I sat down to do this Get Ready With Me, and I haven't even been talking about what I wanted to talk about, which is fantastic. So I've been doing keto is what I wanted to talk about, because I've been doing keto now for quite a few months, and I really like it. It's helped out my stomach so much. I talked about it on my Instagram, how my gastroenterologist put me on keto to lose weight, and then I think he also wanted to see how it would react with my stomach, because I have a lot of stomach sensitivities. My stomach has reacted so well to it. It's not irritated. I don't feel bloated. It just seems to work very well with my body. So I'm loving it. And I talked about on Instagram how my stomach hasn't felt better like 20 years. It's great. Okay, so I'm gonna go in with the Urban Decay Naked Heat palette. So I'm gonna reach for a Coastal Scents brush. This is a BR250. It's kind of like a MAC 217. I really like these. I think I am going to go in with He Devil, this guy right here. Start that off. Am I in the way? Here. Right in this area. Wow, that's more pigment than I expected. Oh, okay. Go light-handed, Diana. Oh boy. I'm gonna go in with Sauced to help blend that out, because it applied way more than I expected. Wow. And I'm just gonna apply that right at the edge of, what did I apply? He Devil? Oh, it's funny. Just on the outer part of that. So I think I've been on keto now for maybe, has it been 4 months or so? And it's been great. I really enjoy it. I miss certain foods, of course, because I can't have beans and rice and all of the stuff that I really love, or like mango, certain fruits. You know, the only fruit really that you're allowed to have on this diet is berries, and even that has to be controlled. Going in with Heat Double again, I'm going to do the same thing that I did to the other eye. So I'm applying it right to the center, right in the socket here, but I'm going to try to be a little bit more careful. And I'm going to do the same thing I did on the other eye just because we need this to match. I'm going to go in again with Sauced around that. These are a little powdery when you pick them up, but they're not all over the place, which is nice. And bring it out this way. And almost just go from here, because I have a lot of surface area from my lid to my brow. So I'll go this way and do almost like a little straight line. Coming to the tip of my brow almost. Anyways, because I've been doing keto, I have lost some weight because, you know, it's limiting carbs basically. I'm going to go in with Heat Double again, and I am going to be using the brush that the palette came with and go to the bottom here. So I have lost, how many pounds has it been? 25 pounds so far, which is great. So I still have quite a bit to go though. Maybe another 35 to 40 pounds to lose. And then I think I should be okay once I get there. I'm gonna grab a little bit more of Heat Double. I just want this to be a little bit more blown out. And I'm connecting it to the top there. And then grab more Sauced to help blend that out. And bring it as low as until I feel comfortable. With a little bit of Chaser, which is the second one in. And I'm just gonna grab a little bit of that and apply it in this area right by the tear duct there. And then I'm gonna grab some of Lumbre. This one. I like the name of that. It's nice. And apply that to the center here. I'm gonna bring that in actually. I think I'm gonna grab a little bit of Ounce, this one right at the end, and just apply a little bit of that right in the center here. Don't bring it out too much, Diana. The shimmers are not my favorites in this palette. I don't really feel like they're anything special. I prefer the shimmers in the original Naked. Those were freaking beautiful. I'm gonna go back in with Heat Double, which is the red one, and just make sure I don't lose that here at the end. I have had some cheat days with this diet, but I notice when I have especially sugar, oh my god, my stomach does not react very well. I never realized how much sugar aggravated my stomach, my body, and just my overall, I guess, feel like whenever I have, let's say, a candy, right? I'm like obsessed with Swedish fish. Whenever I have had some, my stomach immediately hurts. I feel like I have knives stabbing my stomach, which is insane. I cleaned out my little brush that I applied Urbanite with, and I'm gonna grab a bit more of Ounce, this guy, and apply that right under the arch there, or lack thereof, because my brows are kind of straight right now. I just reshape them, and I prefer the little straight look. We still have a little bit of an arch, but I prefer the straight look a little bit more. So I'm just applying some of that right under this area. That's a nice brow bone highlight. It's beautiful. And I'm going to grab a little bit of that and just apply it right here. And bring that up. Anyways, I've been sharing about, you know, my keto journey just a little bit, not too much, on Instagram. On Instagram, I've been sharing the foods that I've been eating, and when I try a new dish or something, and if I enjoy it, I share it. For liner, I'm using coffee from Estee Lauder double wear, and I'm just creating a very small wing here. Really, it's not even a real wing, I wouldn't say. Just to help lift that area a little bit. For mascara today, I want to use the Voluminous primer from Loreal. I've had this for a little bit now, and I don't know how I feel about primers. I don't know. I'm just so used to just using 2 mascaras. I guess this is really no different than doing, you know, this and then a mascara over top of it. If you guys have any recipes on keto, please leave them down below. I would love to try them. Better yet, I try to keep it very clean for the most part. So a lot of the foods that I eat on a daily pretty much stay the same, just to simplify my life. But sometimes I do, not even sometimes, I love me some dirty keto, because it's so delicious, but it's just, I find that that's just not very healthy, which is why I try to keep it very clean, because I'm not trying to give myself any other issues while I'm trying to get myself to a healthy place. That just makes no sense to me. But these truffles that I got from this lady, I'll link her channel down below. I like her What I Eat in a Days because she gives such delicious recipes. I don't know, man. It's just so good. And then I'm going to use the Voluminous Lash Paradise. Who's this from? L'Oreal? Who's this from? I think it's also from L'Oreal, this guy. And go in and really wiggle. This brush is ginormous on this one, so I have to be careful with this. I'm trying to find Nude Embrace. Okay, I found it. Let me do my favorite lip combo. I just adore it so much. Can't decide if to go. I think I'm gonna go in with Cork. I love me a good brown lip liner. Oh, so good. And I do overline my lips. I've been doing it since high school, and I'm not about to stop because I love it. Okay, Nude Embrace from Maybelline. So freaking good. I cannot stay away from this lipstick. It's so amazing. And how nude. Oh, it's delicious. I love this lipstick so much. I love this combination, period. I'll go back in with Cork to deepen out the outer parts, just because it helps it blend in quite a bit more. I really like it. If I feel like I lost too much of that, I will go back in with a little bit more. The lip gloss that I love combining with this one is Turkish Delight from Nars. I got this from one of the magazine articles. It was Kim K's favorite lip combo like ages ago, I think. Or maybe it still is, I don't know. But it is. It's such a beautiful combination. It is much later in the day because I forgot to do an outro for some reason and just kind of do an overview of the makeup. Anyways, I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. I usually like getting ready while watching Get Ready With Me, so I hope you guys had a chance to do the same. Thank you for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.